Real quick before I start, I got to clear something up. Last weekend I took my beautiful wife to a date to the cheap theaters. What movie did we see? Yeah, it's funny that I'm poor. We saw, oh yeah, that's right. Paul Blart, Mall Cop 3. Let's get it blarded in here. Great movie, probably my favorite trilogy. But beforehand, there's a bunch of previews and trailers, and one of those trailers was to Magic Mike Triple XL, 3Ds in 3D. And when Channing Tatum came on screen, there was a bunch of hooting and hollering and, damn, that Channing Tatum can dance! So I apologize if my voice is a little hoarse. John Tom, fun fact, if you refer to yourself in third person, you annoy John Tom. Word on the street is graffiti. Let's knock that shit off, all right? Let's keep Omaha clean. Anyone else here have jobs? Cool, yeah, cool. I also have a job. Yeah, I have a job. And I've learned from experience that it's not okay to refer to your HR department as your work friends with benefits. They're actually the last department you should say that to. But my work's all right. Like some of the times we'll have monthly staff meetings, and at these monthly staff meetings we'll have potlucks. And last month we had a Mexican potluck. And I'm like, all right, John's gonna bring his special guacamole. John's trademarked guacamole. My boss was like, no, John, find something else to bring. I'm bringing the guacamole. I got f***ing guac blocked. And it didn't feel very good. But my boss, he's kind of shady like that. Like he says he's never gonna give me a promotion unless I take him out to eat for calamari, which is the most clear-cut case of squid pro quo I've ever heard of. Oh, we all have work problems, right? My step-cousin Joe, short for Joosevelt, he was complaining to me. He's like, John, my boss, he's such a micromanager. I'm like, just stop right there, Joosevelt. I don't want to hear it. The correct term is little person. What else can we relate to? News! Do you guys watch the news? Yeah! No, I do. I like to keep up to date, and I keep seeing and hearing this reoccurring story, reoccurring headline. Every time I turn on the TV, it's teacher bangs student. Every time I open up Facebook, teacher bangs valedictorian. What's trending on Twitter? Teacher bangs star quarterback, which is a bit worrisome because my wife is a teacher. Don't get me wrong, I trust her 100% completely, but every time I open up Zanga, teacher bangs student. So I've actually been trying to bulk up a little bit. I've been learning a martial art. I'm actually a second-degree black belt in Zumba wrestling. So heed this warning. Mrs. Tom's second grade class. If you is so look at her wrong, I will powerbomb you through your cubbies and give you a silent, sustained beating. No recess for a week. Please don't bang my wife. You guys ever have disappointments? Same here, I have disappointments, so I'll tell you about one. So I walked to my kitchen, opened up the miscellaneous drawer, grabbed the measuring tape, closed the drawer, went to the bathroom, closed the door, locked it behind me, built up a sweat to make sure I was fully pumped. I measured. When I read the measuring tape, I was like, this is disappointing. 9.5 inches? I spend way too much time in the gym for my calves to only be 9.5 inches. The gym, the iron, that's the paintbrush. The calves, they're the masterpiece. My dick was 4 inches, rock hard. Everyone give a round of applause for my mom. She's here tonight. John Tom fun fact. Literally, every time I get stabbed, I shit my pants. Without fail. A lot of you guys grew up where I grew up. You know how it goes. Another quick JTFF. My favorite animal is the giant squid. The giant squid. Okay. My least favorite animal? The stupid normal squid. Strive for something greater. Hashtag John Tom fun fact. If I'm staring at you, but not saying anything, I'm battle rapping you in my mind. Sorry, ma'am, but I just dropped 16 bars all over you. It happens. Since I have all of you guys here, I think it's a good time to clear this up. A rumor you've been reading all over the blogosphere. The rumor being that I am on steroids. Well, the only roids I'm on are the Polaroid pictures I have my wife take of me daily to track my muscle gains progress. So that one's debunked, Carl6969 at yahoo.com. Why was I doing this with my hand? Did that look normal? Did it look like a teacup? Didn't plan for that. You know what's sad? Is that even Coolio's mom thinks that his mind is gone. I can tell you guys love topical humor. That's not my worst joke. I have many more of those. But you know what is the worst and who is the worst? Is that damn Westboro Baptist Church, right? You guys know who I'm talking about? Boo, yeah, they're the people that picket funerals and they have those God hates British cigarettes people, you know, those guys. But to be fair, those Westboro Lutherans are pretty cool. They're a real tolerant bunch. I spent a summer camp with those guys. I learned a lot about living and a little about love. I'm a recent college graduate. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm actually the first person in my family to take this long to finish college. And I made the dean's list. Yeah, no, don't cheer for that. It's my coworker Dean's murder list. R.I.P. Dave in accounting. Everybody misses you. You had the second best guacamole in the office. Second best. It's on his gravestone. I put it there. I've also, since I graduated, I've had a little more time to, explore my artistic side. I didn't mean for my chest to be freaking you guys all out like that. Should have buttoned it up. Sorry, my wife's here. You guys have some respect. Someone should have told me. I've actually been able to explore more of my artistic side. I tried to paint a self-portrait. When I finished, it was awful, looked nothing like me. Turns out I wasn't looking into a mirror. I was looking into my neighbor's window the entire time. And now Gabe doesn't invite me over for barbecues. It's like, Gabe, we were making eye contact the entire time. It was a month-long nude project. What are the chances our wieners were the same size? That's only the third time in my life I've said wiener. Doesn't feel right. I've also got to do a bit of traveling since graduating last fall. I actually got to go to Rome. And I guess I was just lucky. I got to actually go inside the Vatican Library. And I'm not going to lie, when I walked in, I got goosebumps. Yeah, I was also surprised they had an R.L. Stine book section. But that was my book choice. And it is overdue. The Pope says I'm cool as long as I confess. You ever just walk by a mirror and be like, damn, who is that handsome man? And some guy's like, hey, get out of this Yonkers dressing room, I was here first. Sorry, I liked your khaki cargo capris, bro. Where'd you get them? What aisle? Who here has children? Yeah, you guys will get this one. My child's at that age where he gets just real embarrassed whenever I drop him off at school. He always gives me this look like, Dad, why'd you drop me off at school? I'm a dog. Shout out to my Chihuahua Roosevelt. He's my child. You guys have dogs? My dog's at that age. The polar ice caps and my hairline are both receding, and no one's doing a damn thing about either one of them. But I don't get too down about it. I go by this motto. You guys have probably heard it. It's dance like no one's watching, sing like no one's listening, comb your hair like you're never going bald, John. And I don't even really think of myself as balding per se. I think of myself more as God's dandelion. John Tom, fun fact, my parents are really good at learning from their mistakes, and that's why I don't have any younger siblings. Sorry, Mom. Kind of all the rage right now with comedians is they'll get heckled and then they own a heckler and then they post the video online. There's a bug. They post the video online and it goes viral. So I've kind of been thinking of a snappy comeback to a heckler. And since this is my album recording, I thought I'd show it off right now. So can you guys throw out some sample heckles right now?
You suck! I got better calves! Your comedy is lackluster.
Oh, damn it.
My dick's 4 times the size of yours.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like your glasses.
How dare you? Who's the man with the 12-inch dick?
16.
Oh gosh, I'm not good at math! Damn it! Some of those were way too personal. I'm gonna kill this bug if it comes back here. I specifically asked for no bugs. All right, so one at a time, like there was a overabundance of heckles there, and I started tearing up, and it kind of hurt, like I couldn't hear after the tears started coming down. So one more, someone, anyone?
Not funny.
Hey, sir, please refrain from heckling. It takes a lot of courage to get up on stage and do what I'm doing. I spend a lot of time writing. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I do appreciate constructive criticism. So find me after the show. We'll talk about your likes, your dislikes, what should stay, what shouldn't stay. That's my snappy comeback to a heckler. If you guys videotape that on your phone, feel free to post it. It'll probably go viral. I donated, it's just a little bit past spring, so in spring I was doing some spring cleaning, and I donated most of my wardrobe to Goodwill. So if you see someone dressed exactly like me, don't be alarmed. But if you see my evil twin Ron Tom, kill that motherfucker immediately. He's just like me, except he eats gluten. I don't. I love Nick Allen's laugh. It's the best. It's like, if you're a policeman, you could spot it out of a crowd. I'm doing all right considering I had to call poison control on my neighbors last night. Yeah. They wouldn't quit blaring "Every Rose Has Its Thorn." Yeah. We can edit that out. Can we edit that out? Yeah, we'll edit that out. Yeah. Well, and the worst part is, like, some people, to help fall asleep, count sheep. I prefer counting crows. Omaha, somewhere in middle America. I don't know the rest of the words. Mr. Jones and me. What's another one? Accidentally in love. Shrek? Okay. Edit that out too, please. Right now. I'll give you a minute. Well, I like to watch TV, specifically The Real World. Kind of Real World fans here? Road Rules, The Challenge. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I know this guy. I love it. I'm a hardcore fan. And what I've learned is that don't let your significant other go onto the real world, because they will cheat on you in the most humiliating fashion in less than 24 hours of arriving on set. And you know, the worst part is they're not going to tell you in that first episode. You're going to gather your entire family around. Like, hey, everyone, gather around. Ashley's about to be on the Real World Las Vegas. Start watching. Oh, cool, they're getting in the hot tub. Oh, what's Ashley doing with all those three dudes? Why are they taking their clothes off? I thought that one was the gay one. You start crying, your mascara's running down your face. Grandma's in the back being like, I don't know about you, but I think this is gonna be a pretty good season. I was driving to this modeling audition, and that wasn't the joke. Your laughs are hurtful. Where were those laughs during the Counting Crows joke? I was driving to this modeling audition, and on the way there I saw this old beat-up brown van. And on the back window, they had those stick figure family stickers. You guys know what I'm talking about? But they weren't your normal stick figure family stickers. They were Insane Clown Posse Juggalo Hatchetman stick figure family stickers. And I gave them like a look like this, like, oh, I don't like that. I think the driver saw it because he flipped me off. Said, John, be cool. You're the bigger man. I'm the bigger man. So I followed him. Waited until he came to a complete stop. Grabbed him out of his car and used my size advantage to start whooping his ass. Because you're damn right I'm the bigger man. I'm 229 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. I got a body chiseled from granite from out of this planet. Every time I step into a car, it turns into a muscle car. I'd wear a lot more capris to show off my granite calves if I wasn't so humble. This guy was 125 pounds, meth chic, wearing a wife beater and black jorts, sipping on a Faygo. And I said to him, Juggalo? More like Jugga no way, Jose. Give him a death blow, grab the stickers, put them in the gas tank, light it on fire, walk away. I start walking in slow motion because that's a stereotype that I believe in. And the weird part is the impact from the blast actually blew my shirt off. The heat from the fire caused my body to glisten with sweat. So needless to say, I was a little miffed, perplexed, if you will, that I didn't get the modeling gig because I was quote unquote too beefy. And people wonder why boys like me have body image issues. John Tom, fun fact. I bet imitation crab would be a lot happier if it just did its own thing. JTFF, I won't ever go on a cruise ship because I have loose lips. I forgot what I was going to say. I pretended to take a drink there. Hashtag JTFF. I rarely, it happens, but it's rare, get the shits and giggles at the same time. It happens. It's rare. It's rare. It's rare. All right? It's rare. How dare you? I told my wife I'd only have 2. This is my second one. You guys like impressions? It doesn't matter, I'm gonna do them anyways. This first impression is of a down-to-earth celebrity suffering from amnesia. A down-to-earth celebrity suffering from amnesia. Do you know who I am? Thank you. That's a down-to-earth celebrity suffering from amnesia. This next impression is of a very flexible gymnast. A very flexible gymnast. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Oh, hi, coach. Can I make it to practice half an hour later than usual? Yeah, I can do that. Thank you. That's a very flexible gymnast. This next impression is of me talking circles around yo ass. Me talking circles around yo ass. Oh, I don't know, circumference, radius, diameter. Thank you, that's me. Talking circles around yo ass. This next impression is of Uncle Jesse Consopoulos from the hit 90s television show Full House being held at gunpoint by murderous home invaders. Uncle Jesse Consopoulos from the hit 90s television show Full House being held at gunpoint by murderous home invaders. Got it? Have mercy. Thank you. That's Uncle Jesse Consopoulos from the hit 90s television show Full House being held at gunpoint. Sherbert. This next impression is of Uncle Joey Gladstone hearing the very unfortunate news that he has a tumor, but thankfully it's operable. Uncle Joey Gladstone from the hit 90s television show Full House hearing the very unfortunate news that he has a tumor, but thankfully it's operable. Cut it out. Thank you. That's Uncle Joey Gladstone. Not from Fuller House. Damn Fuller House. This next impression, I didn't do anything with the mic stand right there. Just pretending. All right, it's perfect. This next impression is of a dog that went number 2. You guys know what I'm talking about. On the neighbor's lawn. A dog that went number 2 on the neighbor's lawn. Quiet, please. I'm the big bad dog that shat on your grass. You know I squeeze where I please so you can sniff my ass. If you don't like my bark, just try and stop it. I squat where I want, so suck my red rocket. Red rocket. When I say red, y'all say rocket. Red?
Rocket!
Red?
Rocket!
When I say John, y'all say Tom. John.
Tom!
John.
Tom!
When I say we want, y'all say one more joke. We want.
One more joke!
We want.
One more joke!
We want.
One more joke!
I should have prepared for one more joke. I used to be a backyard wrestler. We got any former backyard wrestlers in the house? Bullshit. We are a lonely bunch. For those of you that don't know what that is, backyard wrestling is when you pretend to be a WWF style professional wrestler in your backyard, you videotape it, and creep out all of your neighbors. I've learned that you can take John Tom out of the backyard, but you can't take the backyard wrestler out of John Tom. Because I've been looking for new jobs, finally got an interview, and the guy interviewing me goes, John, what makes you think you're qualified for this job? And I said to him, listen up, slap dick! You know why I'm qualified for this job. I'm the most qualified man on earth for any job. I then ripped off my shirt, kicked him in the stomach, gave him a stone-cold stunner, drank a beer, flipped him off. Still haven't heard back from him, fingers crossed. And then I walked into my house and I saw my wife. I said to her, listen up, Stevia tits! Last night wasn't what you thought it was. John Tom didn't prematurely ejaculate. Because John Tom doesn't prematurely ejaculate. It's just sex with John Tom is so good that 1 hour feels like 1 minute. I then ripped off my shirt, went for a kick. She blocks it, hits me over the head with a steel chair. I prematurely ejaculate because turns out I like it rough. Thanks, everyone. I'm John Tom. Yeah. Thank you for coming out. Hell yeah.